I particularly like betting on horses, but going to the horse racing meetings as well, because I like betting on them. I like to win a little bit of money. It makes it a little bit more exciting.
It is the excitement of being at the race course. Yes, if you win, that's a fantastic feeling.
When choosing a horse, there's several things I take into account. One is I look at what the experts say. I look at the papers or online to see what the pundits think is going to win. On the day, I sometimes look at how the betting's going. If money starts coming for a horse, I look at that and think, well, you know, that people know something.
I think you'd have to look at the odds and also the conditions of the course. I suppose that must come into it.
I can't remember exactly the worst amount I've lost, probably about £40 on any particular horse race. It doesn't stop me gambling. I tend to go with a figure in mind of how much I'm going to spend for the whole day. That way you're not going to get yourself into a serious debt or anything like that. So I'm not concerned about having to worry about that side.
50 quid, I know it doesn't sound a lot, and it did make me not want to go racing for a little while.
The most I ever won on a horse was £200. I bet £40 on a horse called Juventus at Brighton race meeting.
Probably about 130 quid, if I remember rightly. Can't remember the horse actually, but I think I did that with a couple of colleagues there, so I didn't get all those winnings, but it was a good win.
I regularly bet on horse racing, but I like to actually see the racing. So I don't normally bet on a horse race that I can't actually see. But I don't have to go to the meeting. Nowadays I can go onto my Sky Bet account on my phone and I can watch the race.
I don't bet outside of a race meeting. I'm not into that.
Would I recommend gambling to a friend or family? Not really, because it's a bit worrying. I have control over what I do, and I do understand that some people do not and can get themselves into serious debt over, you know, trying to chase it. If you lose money, then you put a bit more on to try and get that. That's not the way I look at it, and so I wouldn't recommend it.
If they're sensible, yes. But I'd like to use that slogan they use on the TV: when the fun stops, stop.